Hi, I'm Madeline from Shoe & Slings, and this is how to do pocket wrap cross carry with a long woven wrap. So pocket wrap cross carry is the same carry as you use with a stretchy wrap. And one of the advantages is you can pre-tie it and then pop baby in and out. With a woven wrap, it doesn't stretch, but you can use the same carry, but we're going to make it adjustable so that we can loosen it and tighten it to get baby in and out. So I'm going to start with my middle marker and I'm going to put it on my shoulder. I'm going to put it on my shoulder and then I'm going to ruche up the whole wrap to sit nicely on my shoulder with half of it behind me and half of it in front. And I'm going to start by working with the half that's behind me. So I'm going to bring this across my back to the other side under my arm, and then I'm going to bring it around my front and under my other arm, and then I'm finally going to go back over my opposite shoulder. And now I should have just quite a short end here at my opposite shoulder. Now I'm going to leave that there, and I'm going to work now with the front end. So this one I'm going to bring across my body, and this time I'm going to go around my back but keep it low, so keep it in my lumbar. It doesn't matter if you twist it, but it can be more comfortable if you don't. And then finally I'm going to bring it underneath all these other layers, and I'm going to make a bit of space actually for the next stage. So I'm going to bring it underneath, make a little bit of space for putting my baby in, so work this around. Great. And now I'm going to tie a slip knot, and the slip knot is key to making this adjustable. So if you've never done one before, I have a separate video going through this, but I'll go through it anyway. This end is not going to do anything, so I'm going to call this the passive. It's just going to stay here, and this one is going to do all of the work. So we're going to start by going active over passive, and then through the loop, and then we'll let that dangle. And we know that we've done it right if it's appearing out here like this. And then this active now comes again underneath the passive, so it comes underneath this time, and then again through the loop. And there we go, we've got a nice double knot where the active passes round the passive twice. And we're going to tighten that up. And once we've tightened it up, you should see this knot now adjust. So I can make more space and I can tighten. Okay, so now we have, just like a stretchy wrap, we have a pocket wrap cross carry. And we're ready to go get our baby. There we go. So I'm going to get my baby and pop them on my shoulder, and I'm going to start by just sitting them into the cross. So I'm going to put one leg on either side. If your wrap doesn't have enough space, we can loosen it off. Likewise, we don't want too much to give us too much to deal with. So we're going to now spread these passes, but what we're going to do is we're going to spread each one and tighten as we go. So we're going to start with the one that comes from the knot. This one will be closest to baby. And we're just going to start by spreading the material out over baby's back. With a real baby, you might need to take time to calm, chat to them, tell them what's going on. And anything that's loose is coming under their legs, so do take your time to spread it out. Also bring anything that's loose under their leg, and you might need to do this in portions across. There we go, so that it feels nice and evenly tightened. And now I'm going to push this looseness around my back to the other side. And if I follow it around to the other side, I now meet, get that out of the way, I now meet this one. So again, I'm going to pull anything that's loose from behind my back and start pushing it over my shoulder. And it really can feel good to get this back part, the bit that runs across here, really nice and snug, because that's going to really support your back. So we're going to get that nice and tight, push anything loose over your shoulder, and we're going to spread this out. Now, while it is still loose at our shoulder, we're going to take the opportunity to get your shoulder comfortable. So you can spread and fold the fabric, or if you have a baby who likes to see everything, I like to twist the fabric. So if I drop the leading edge off my shoulder and then put the bottom back to the top, this can give my baby lots of space to see while still being really supported. And yeah, take your time getting comfortable, push anything over your shoulder, and now we're going to pull it all out. And we're going to pull it all out from here, this one that's coming under our arm. So we're going to pull it out and tighten. And again, take your time to make sure you have this nice and comfortable. So I'm going to keep going, keep tightening. And now, sorry, this is in the way to see. Now I'm going to move this over the leg and over this leg, and I can start spreading it out. So I'm going to spread it out over my baby's back. And again, anything that's loose is pushing round, and now it's coming to the knot. So I can pull it all out at the knot, and then I can finally tighten it through. So now we're going to take this passive end, and this is where it does its job, and we're going to tighten each part through that knot. And it can really help one hand to support the knot as you pull the fabric through. Now, I had quite a lot to tighten, so I'm going to do a first pass, and then I'm going to check, and if anything still feels loose or not quite right, I'm going to have a fiddle. And it definitely does, still feels a bit loose, so I'm going to work all that round, pull it back to the knot, and I'm going to pull it through. You'll notice I'm sort of doing this in phases. I'm not sort of just yanking through at the knot, and that's just because there's a lot of friction on my back. So really passing anything loose to the knot first can really help. There we go, and take your time to again make yourself comfortable. Tightening so it's supportive, but not so tight that it digs into your neck. There we go, or cuts off blood to your shoulder. And there we go, we are done. If our baby needs a bit more head support, we can roll a muslin in here or tighten accordingly. Or if they are older and want to have their arms out, they can absolutely do that. Voila. And then when you're ready to take baby out, you simply loosen the knot, and you can start to unpeel these layers, slip baby out without having to completely untie, so that you've got the carrier ready to go again when you next need to carry. Hope that helps. Bye.